VR developers love making games with bows and arrows. Between Apex Construct, In Death, Skyrim, Quiver VR, and even Raw Data, I've shot hundreds, if not thousands, of virtual arrows with my two Move controllers. And just when I was about to say, I've had enough, Sacralith the Archer's Tale comes along. And while it's missing a few features that keeps it from being a must-have title, Sacralith alters the formula just enough to warrant a look. Sacralith's best feature might be its dark, gritty graphics. They err on the side of realism, and I love that developer Odd Meter Games didn't hold back from putting us into dark environments where we're frequently just shooting at shadows. The downside, of course, being that we're teleporting from node to node around these stunning levels. And trust me, I get why we're stuck with this movement method. There's no way you'd be able to reach some of these vantage points with full locomotion, especially not with the speed necessary to keep your allies alive. And the guys you're traveling with need all the assistance they can get. They run into battle without a second thought, get surrounded constantly, and seem to have no sense of self-preservation. Luckily, we're here to take down their assailants from a distance and heal our comrades whenever possible. And this is essentially my first big problem with Sacralith. You always feel like you're on the outskirts of the battle, like it's an intense brawler that someone else is playing, and you're just quietly assisting from the sidelines. You have no health meter, you can't die, so even during the few moments where you're center stage, the only thing you're ever concerned about are your teammates. So what's the appeal here? Well, at the beginning of level 2 you're gifted, or rather bequeathed, an amulet that allows you to level up your arrows with special powers. The first one you'll want is a healing arrow, or your game will be over before you know it. But after that, it's game on with a good variety of abilities. Being able to shoot electricity, revive the dead and make the zombies fight for you, create a pit of boiling something or another, and a host of other awesome abilities make every playthrough wildly different. And the recharge time for these arrows is surprisingly fast, so don't hold back. Use them as often as you can. Sadly though, there's no New Game Plus option. I would have loved going back and playing this again on the harder difficulty with my old abilities while exploring all the new options, and feeling like a total badass.
I went to the stables. They showed him every horse that they had.
Sacralith would probably like to consider itself a narrative-driven experience. In fact, one of the many bullet points is its breathtaking, immersive storyline. But let me tell you right now that despite the few and far between story segments, which are admittedly really well done, they're just momentary breaks in the otherwise non-stop action. Thankfully, Sacralith isn't a long game, consisting of just 6 stages, and clocking in at around 2 hours, because you'll be reaching over your shoulder into your quiver so often that by the end of the game, you'll start getting concerned about carpal tunnel.
Nice!
I have to say that I really enjoyed playing Sacralith the Archer's Tale. What starts off as a fairly generic game about shooting arrows quickly shows just how innovative and inventive it can be. The $20 price tag might be a stretch for some gamers, but if you're willing to play through multiple times and experiment with all the power-ups, you'll get far more out of Sacralith than you might expect.
Nice shot! Nice!